I mean, dude, the bunnies just absolutely lounging.
Yeah, just the cutest little fucking guys.
Aww.
Yeah, man.
Out.
Bunnies.
Pretty unbelievable.
Hi, bunnies.
Oh, could not be bothered.
It's everything adorable, but my mind goes to dark stuff so quickly. Like, you guys seen the movie Soylent Green?
No, but I had it spoiled for me, so I'm like, okay.
That's
but
culturally, you know, we all know it.
But so, like, there's a part of the movie where the world's a dystopian hellhole, and they have, like, these suicide rooms where you can, like, pick a song, and it plays very calming images, and, like, a mist comes that slowly kills you. Every time I hang out with the bunnies, I'm like, they're so cute. I would lie in a suicide room. Like, I would want my last moments on Earth to be like Yoshi and Wilbur. Like, give me little kisses on my cheek as, like, carbon monoxide comes. And it's, like, a calming, like, song playing. And I'm just like, oh, I was like, I tried my best. I'm like, it's
an hour later.
It's the Johnny Cash, like, I did it my way. And I'm like, just two buddies lying on my chest.
Bro.
Like, that's how fucked up I am. Is an adorable buddy. And I'm like, I would love you to lie on my chest while you die. That's how I am with relationships, too. I'm like, you're adorable. And I'm like,
Soylent
I want to die together with you.
Soylent Green is made of Kenyan.
Everyone's like, it tastes a little bitter. It's a little strong. If I could be a flavor, I'd imagine it'd be a spicy vinegar.
I think there's an earring in this.
Like, do I have synesthesia? I think this food is screaming.
Remember when everybody had synesthesia in like 2011? That was cool.
People were really big on like, you want to have synesthesia, or like, my eyes are different colors at like different seasons. Like, that was just the like,
So
I'm
stupid.
crazy, man.
My friends in high school used to be like, dude, you listen to this sound and it gets you high.
I remember that.
Like
binaural
binaural beats.
Oh, I did that. I used to do that when I was high. I would get high in middle school, I'd smoke weed, and I'm like, I'm gonna even get higher. And then you're just sitting next to a YouTube video of like a fucking, you know, it's a big X-ray.
Just listening to noise.
Yeah.
I'm high.
We're like, binaural beats. Yeah.
What the idea of binaural beats is it's different patterns in each ear, and then that like does something to your brain.
It's like, the frequency is gonna unlock some sort of state that will release like certain chemicals in your brain. I think you just lie with your eyes closed for an hour, and then you feel so stupid that you're like, I'm high.
But you're kind of meditating.
Yeah, you're meditating essentially.
I think I think you're really discovering meditating. You're like, I'm basically stoned right now.
Yeah.
I'm so at
I
peace.
just fucking took a Xan out here. Yeah. You're just like, you just fully deep breathes for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There's so many hacks like that where it's like, you could also, like, if you want to like unlock your mind, you have to like do something active. You have to like read a book or do math or something. But like, I can lay here and play a frequency that will just vibrate my brain into like it's like those exercise machines where it's like you sit down and you pedal, and it's like, this isn't doing fucking anything.
Americans have been looking for that for like 100, like I think everyone's shouted. You saw the infomercial that's like, could you want to be fat but somehow get fit? And they're like, you could just put something on your feet where you waddle while you're eating a Big Mac and watching TV. And you're
it's
just
the lying down machine. It's like, the fuck does that do?
So it's like it hooks up to your hand, so when you jerk off, you're actually burning calories. And
everybody was like fucking laughing about the shake weight looking like you're jacking someone off. But nobody laughed about it being the fattest way to lift a weight. You're just holding your fucking hand and it's going up and down. And you're like, I'm basically bulking.
You're not laughing about the fact that's a fragrant scam.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
The infomercials are really, they're like, hey, are you a stupid idiot that has too much money? It's sham wow, like you haven't just had a dish rag.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to sell snake oil. Just sell it in something that looks like a cock, so that everybody's laughing about it. You can be like, oh, they're just laughing at it for the packaging.
Yeah, but it actually works. And it's always like a ripped guy being like, no, just do this every day. I just jerk off. Which is, if that was true, that means everyone who really jerked off would just be like ripped.
Oh,
like, every nerd would just be like fucking
one arm ripped though.
Yeah. Just RFK doing a commercial.
Can we just like tell RFK that he's president and just see what he does?
Well, I'm going to have a bear delivered to the White House, and I'm going to.
He's just dragging like 12 dead elk on his shoulder to the White House.
He kills so many. I think they have like a federal investigation into him now because he like cut off a whale's head with a chainsaw.
Did you hear about that memoir where she's like, the daughter was like, we were in the car.
Yes.
And then like blood was leaking onto her head and all over the highway. Like, it was the worst smell ever. And I'm like, in that moment, whoever is married to her needs to be arrested.
Yeah.
Like that's like child endangerment. Like you should absolutely lose your kids.
Yeah, that's
you're making whale blood drip all over them.
The Kennedys used to be royalty, like the absolute highest you could get in America.
I think it was just like a special type of STD picked up from Marilyn Monroe. Made his kid like the dumbest person. Just gave him like hot brain worms. It's like the dumbest human being that's ever existed.
It's like if you got some like genuinely like a hobo in Central Park and you gave him Kennedy money, and that's what that would be. Just
it's also the fact that why are you eating bears all the time? Like you can get like the best food ever, and this guy's like dragging like a fucking raccoon with maggots in his face.
He's still
to, like, make into a frittata.
He's still able to cheat on his wife all the time.
He cheats on his wife?
Yeah, he just did. He cheated on Cheryl from Curb with Olivia Nuzzi.
I forgot that he's married to the lady from Curb.
Wait, he's married to the lady from Curb?
Yeah,
like
that's
the blonde-haired
so
lady
fucking
from Curb?
crazy.
Yeah, Cheryl.
That is
Larry's wife in Curb. Yeah,
that is absolutely insane.
I want him to lose the presidency, like no public office, but then he gets written into a season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, I would love him in Curb.
Larry, be nice to Robert.
What are you talking about? No.
What's that voice?
Larry, I just think I think a buffet is not that big of a deal.
I can't imagine. It was so funny that he ran an ad that's like, I should be president just because I'm fit.
That shit was so funny.
He jumped out of like a helicopter and he's like, I work out every day. I never ever eat processed food. And I'm like, you still sound insane. So you're doing everything right. The kombucha didn't cure whatever the fuck this is.
Americans are so dumb when they look at the president and they're like, who would I want to have fuck my wife? That's literally, it can't be a woman. Yeah. That's gay.
Yeah. Can't be a woman. I'd be too busy coming.
Like, nobody funnier than the undecided voter.
Now, it's like...
really funny.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, the Haitians might be eating cats and dogs. This person seems to, speak clearly and have a mind about her, but that's too much.
Like Florida, like they, on their ballot, like they're all Republican, but they're like, it's like 65% in favor of legalizing weed. Like they just have no.
But that's like a lot of the Dakotas and all. Well, it's because they like partying too. Everyone likes drugs.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, we're conservative and like weird, dumb. Like I don't think you should have an abortion, but they're like, no, I do want to smoke weed.
Yeah. The thing is, abortion polls very popular.
It's
Yeah.
It just gets the evangelicals.
Yeah.
It's almost like the government is truly against the will of the people in every way.
Yeah. It's just moneyed interests.
Yeah. No, we figured it out, guys. But no, like literally, like weed and abortion, you ran on that, you'd fucking win the whole country. Be like 50 states.
I know.
I bet.
But is that not kind of what Kamala's running on?
She has no. Abortion, yes. But
she hasn't said anything about legalizing weed,
which is kind of dumb. I mean, it's like at this point, it's like I think like 30% of the country. So it's like it would really be a good way to also give like sort of
30%. So 30% of the country, what
is like legalized?
Yeah.
Oh, it's already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I think it'd be a good way if you're just like, we're gonna legalize it everywhere. We're gonna erase it from your record if you've ever been arrested. We're gonna use some of the money for like treatment centers for harder drugs or just in general. Like I don't know. Be like, hey, I'll throw you another stimmy. How about that? I'm gonna legalize weed. I'll use some of the fucking tax. Throw everyone a stimmy.
Amazing.
Right there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What's wrong with that?
But they're too stupid to
They're
ever
too
do
stupid.
That.
It's like that.
I wonder if part of it though is the optics of like Trump could
Yeah.
use it as like she's the free for all drugs immigrant. Like it might be the optics of how they could spin that.
But that works so much less than you would think.
Yes.
Because like a lot of people, like even corporate media is not viewed. It's only viewed by like people in their 50s and 60s who kind of already know who they're going to vote for. And again, it's like gay marriage. It's like 70% of the country is like, I think weed should be legal. Especially now that it's like legalized in a lot of states. Like a lot of people have like elderly people that like take like CBD and like pain relievers and stuff. So it's like, I think almost everybody besides like a brain dead evangelical who's like never going to agree with you anyway would be like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you could even go liberty wise. You'd be like, what? You want the government to tell you what to put in your body?
True. Yeah.
The right is all about like immigration and conspiracies. I don't really think they give a shit as a platform about like abortion, weed.
Well, they clearly do in terms of power, but I don't think the standard Trump voter who's like not absolutely out of his mind. I don't think he knows how he feels about anything.
Trump does.
I think he's just like
abortion.
angry and kind of insane and just says like random generic conservative things.
It's really funny with a lot of other people have said this. It's not just me, but like with Biden and Trump, like it's very clear that Trump doesn't give a shit about abortion, and that Biden kind of didn't really like it. So like their arguments weren't very like energetic.
Yeah.
Like
did Biden used to be anti-abortion?
He kind of. when you watch him talk about it, you can tell he gets a little squirmy.
Interesting. Is he Catholic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very Catholic.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. Like people's politics are all over the place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was also like friend of like segregations and stuff like that. I mean, pretty much everything that was ever wrong. He's like, I was a big fan of that. Jeff.
Yeah, and uniquely very pro-Israel.
Yeah, kind of
is
insane. He also like he's like the reason that you can't go like declare bankruptcy on your student loans. Like he like helped create that bill.
Jesus.
Yeah, because like handle that over to those. But yeah, and it's kind of funny that he actually his whole life has been an absolute stooge to the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And the last second they're like, you're too old and stupid. Buddy.
Yeah.
And they
Hilarious.
just threw him in the trash can like Andy. Like they don't want to play with you anymore. And
Immediately.
he's not even like that rich. He's not as rich as you should be if you spend your whole life
No.
absolutely being like a fucking server to like the Bohemian Grove, being like the fucking being an absolute busboy for the Illuminati, and you're kind of just like okay, you know what I mean? He's just fully doing it for like the love of the game.
Yeah, his wife still works.
His wife still works. His like son he is like a middle. He's kind of like a true American in that he's too old to have a job. His son has a severe drug problem, and he has just an evil boss that he's like, I have to do this.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
He's Homer
like,
Simpson.
He's like, yeah, he's Homer Simpson. He's like, I just have to fucking. He's like, listen,
go.
listen, I gotta bomb Gaza so we can.
Netanyahu's Mr. Burns.
Oh my God, you can say that. I can't say any of that.
Yeah, he's Mr. Burns. Yeah, I mean, it's no good. I would really like. I don't know. I mean, I hope Kamala wins. But
Yeah.
I like Tim Walz a lot, actually. I think he's a good
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
I mean, don't like hold me to it. I think she's gonna do better than Hillary did. Hillary was
I think
being
so, too.
investigated by the FBI.
Also, I think she has more popular
Yeah.
support because she is like a POC, and that's actually engaging for some
Yeah.
people. And
And she's not. Clinton was already a name that was so like in politics. Like you just felt like this
fucking
old
hate
dynasty.
people
Yeah.
really hated Clinton.
And she
Yeah.
fainted at the 9/11 memorial.
What?
This time 8 years ago,
'Cause she's
around
like,
September. Yeah.
Hillary Clinton
I
did.
She had a
can't,
heat
out of
stroke
pure
and, like,
happiness. I
fainted.
can't believe he pulled that off. It's like when you almost pass out after a great orgasm. Oh, fuck.
Oh, these fuckers still
Oh.
believe in those planes.
We blew up a whole other country for no fucking
God.
reason, dude.
Oh man, I fired one of the missiles myself.
That is.
This is satire. Oh my God. So I don't know. I think she might get it, but I mean, it really would be funny.
It is
if Trump
absolutely
gets
terrifying. I mean, it's absolutely terrifying how
Yeah.
close it is. It makes me be like, first off, this is how like
Yeah.
dumb and failed this country is
Yeah.
to like address anyone's concerns, but also this is just how
Yeah.
absolutely out of their mind a lot of people are.
It-
They're just lost in the iPhone like schizophrenic prison. And a lot of people are literally just like foaming at the mouth, being like, "There's pedophiles out there in your cat."
I mean, it's like insane person peering through the window blinds, like they're coming for us.
Yeah.
like it's that level of like.
Also, you're so
Yeah.
stupid that it's like a person from like Haiti or Honduras
Yeah.
who's actually like a religious or family oriented
Yeah.
guy just like wants to like watch football and work, probably so much
Yeah.
closer to you. You're being convinced by like a dumb billionaire who would like kill your whole family if it meant he could make like 2% interest in a savings account, that you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's your enemy.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
How funny is it though that they have created this insane like whole like right wing like culture basically that is predicated on like believing every one of Trump's lies, believing every little conspiracy, that they are now so batshit insane that 2 of his own people have already tried to kill him.
Yeah, they were both like Trump supporters.
They're both like kind of amiable to
I mean,
Trump.
if you go enough to the Q thing, you'd be like, no, the reason the storm didn't happen is Trump was killed, and that's Tom Hanks right fucking now. Like,
Yeah.
it might actually be like, no, that's a stunt double. That is fully Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And his J.D. Vance is Oprah Winfrey. And I actually have to kill him because then
Yeah.
he becomes alive in the dream. Like, we're all in Inception.
Yeah.
And if I kill him, he will wake up in the real world, and he'll click the button that fucking arrests all the pedophiles.
I don't
Dude, we're
even remember
someone's
the
got to like
names.
cut the fiber optic cables. Like QAnon is just like.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like those subreddits that are
Yeah.
like, I lost my family to QAnon?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
people like mourning, like, I don't know my dad anymore. He's
fucked.
like in this whole like,
Mhm.
it's fucking crazy.
I will give it to them though, saying like, hey, I think
Yeah.
the government is run by satanic pedophiles. That is more true than like anything NPR has ever said.
Yeah.
Like that's more true than being
like honestly based.
that like no, there's some good people watching. We're gonna both like no, because I think it's easier to believe that they're like cartoonish demons than like no, it's just greed and absolute power corrupts absolutely, and there's people that will make horrific decisions for just money and power.
Yeah,
and that's like. But you're like, no, it can't just be that. It has to be that they're like vampires from another dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Jewish space lasers
Jewish
and shit
space
like that.
lasers. Hilarious.
Insane.
Yeah.
Truly foaming at the mouth shit.
No, they're out of their mind.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm also like, you kind of already have what your country, like if you're from like a small town in Wyoming, I'm like, don't you already have the right-wing paradise?
That's the thing is that like immigrants are coming here and I'm like, have you literally ever met a Mexican person in your life?
Yeah, I was like
you live on a farm in West Virginia with like a neighbor that's an hour away. Like genuinely, what are you upset about? I guess like money stuff, but it's like I'm like none of these problems are actually at your doorstep.
Not really. They're like you can't even say Merry Christmas anymore, and I'm like, I guarantee you, there's nothing but Christians for like 3 hours where you live. Yeah, like your life is not. I think this is the type of people that turn on like a commercial, and there's people with like some melatonin in it, and they're like, "Argh!" It's like people like that. You're just like, I don't even.
I think it's politics for shut-ins.
It really is
a little bit like just politics.
Yeah, honestly.
Just, like, cut off from people already, and it just you just keep going deeper because why the fuck not? Nobody talks to you anyway.
Yeah, they're like the right-wing version of like chronically online, like Homestuck fan fiction, leftist
kind of like
people.
A really funny, like beautiful moment if the chronically online, like really like left people chronically online, like really like they just come and give each other a hug.
Oh yeah,
and they're like, hey, what are we so? Like someone who's just like, you shouldn't make eye contact like that because that's actually pissing me off and triggering, and that you don't understand my stigmatism.
Yeah.
And then somebody that's like, everyone is a pedophile that's trying to eat me.
Yeah.
Like if those people come together and like fuck.
Yeah, like the chronically online.
Dude,
left
let's make the dating site.
Yeah.
The chronically online left, the chronically online right, like just at the same time, like we need an armed revolution of the people, and then they just start making out,
kissing one long piece of spaghetti.
They do agree on. I don't really agree with them on like gun control. Like the super left, like want guns so that they can shoot cops or whatever.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I think anyone involved in activism is like, I kind of want to go. I think any sane human is like, no, I just think you should have some sort of background.
That's
check.
literally all.
That's literally.
It should be as hard to get as like a car.
It's literally,
and like maybe like automatic right. Like there's certain things like that you don't need for like hunting or self defense that are like
AR-15.
Yeah, like literally
no
nobody
one
needs
an
that.
AR-15.
Yeah, but I honestly do support like I knew people growing up who like ethically hunted and like ate the meat or like gave it away to like
Why
it's
would
like
you not?
I'm like for that. Like I think it's unrealistic to be like nobody's ever gonna own a gun ever. And responsible gun owners really aren't a problem. But I've come around a little bit to be like I don't think it's just gun control. I think there also is like a mental health component. It's both though.
It's just the fact that you can't have a country that doesn't fund or believe in any of its citizens and be like, you can just buy. Hey, let's create a bunch of problems that make you really angry, and then also you could buy a machine gun whenever. It's like the worst recipe for a country that I can possibly. So if you're mentally ill, we give you no help whatsoever. Everything's so expensive, and you can buy a gun with Klarna. It's basically like we've created that nightmare hellscape.
Make sure you pay all your payments.
Yeah, make sure you. Well, I don't think you need to. 15 payments. It's okay. Only need to. You can put down $20 to buy a killing machine.
An AR-15's $10,000. Looks like I'm getting another Capital One.
Yeah. Just get a Capital.
Are they 10,000? For some reason, I thought they were like $50. I never thought about how expensive they are.
It's a few grand. I think it's expensive, but like. I mean, it's America, so you can just get it on a credit card and pay for it the rest of your life.
That's so fucking insane.
Yeah.
A gun on a credit card is like brutal, dude.
Sounds like a really sad country lyric.
Maybe
Not a
somebody's
gun on
gonna...
a credit card. Don't know if I'm gonna make it that far.
Maybe somebody's gonna comment like, "You can't do that. You got to buy it with a bank card." I don't know.
Well, they shouldn't let you do that because then you get the gun and then they're like, all right, now pay it off. And you're like, no.
No.
Yeah. It's more likely,
Nuh-uh. I came up with the perfect scheme. I'm going to run up $30,000 worth of credit card debt and I'll kill myself.
It's the perfect crime.
I'm killing myself because I want to, not because you told me to.
Oh man!
Every relationship fight. This is my idea, actually.
Oh, I don't communicate well. How is this telling you how I feel?
Oh, how about this? I want to kill myself.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, why is a gun in the mouth just a really funny thing?
It's so
How
funny.
far are we from
Because it's like a little gay. The last thing you do is gay.
Ew. Pause.
Wait, no.
Oh, yeah. Pause.
How far are we from every open mic in Bushwick? Just people crying and having a gun in their mouth. Like everyone just being, it was hard for me. It was hard for me to. Because it's just getting to that point where it's like everyone can't be this mentally ill. Like I've been through the trauma, the mental illness. I get it, but statistically, it can't be everyone that's like, I have 18 therapists.
Yeah, some people are mentally ill the way that it's like, are you really hungry or are you just eating because you're bored?
Yeah.
It's like, are you mentally ill or do you just need like a fucking job, dude?
Are you hungry or are you eating because you're bored?
Maddie's getting so based.
Funny.
On the pod, Maddie is getting closer and closer to just a 48-year-old dad where it's like, polyamory ain't real. Are you depressed or you just need a fucking job? Pull up your pants.
All right, whatever you say, just take the trash out, they, them.
I don't know what's happening to me.
No, I think it's funny.
But
it's
I do kind of think it's
Maddie's
true.
becoming based.
A little bit.
You get older and you just certain things change, right?
She's gonna. Maddie.
Well, it also is like, because that's me too. I'm like mentally ill, and I'm like, you do have to be like busy.
Yeah.
And if you're like a kind of rich, like upper middle class white kid is like mentally ill, I'm like, I do think that mental illness is real. Like fucking, that's me too. But if you have a sense of purpose and are busy, that helps mental illness a lot of the time.
Yeah.
In combination with therapy and drugs and shit. So I actually do literally think that like,
no, you're right.
You should get a fucking job.
It's a long-winded way of saying, how about you get a job, you dirty hippie?
Go to the gym, get a job. Take Wellbutrin. I just started Butrin.
Ooh.
This is we're listen, Big Pharma. I'll shell out for you. Wellbutrin, the Zoloft, the Prozac, the whole Trin.
Yeah, we're kind of a cute little like trio here.
I do Prozac and Wellbutrin.
Both. What's the difference? What does the combo
Prozac's
do?
For depression, anxiety. Wellbutrin helps me focus and a little bit with anxiety.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it helps. I think
Right on.
Yeah.
Look at that. Sponsored.
I'm on a little combo too. I was on Prozac for a long time, and now I'm on Adderall too. And it's like,
yeah,
once you get the focus and the depression, OCD, it's like that's a winning. You feel better?
I was on methylphenidate, which is Ritalin, with
shit.
Prozac, but I can't do uppers like that. I can't do the amphetamines because every time I crash and it makes me really, really depressed.
I'm on the extended release and like so I don't crash at the end of the day. But if I don't take it every day, I do feel like shit. It's like not drinking coffee when you're used to it or something. It does get a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took an XR in college for a paper and I stayed up for 3 days.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It almost makes me like calm down a little. I feel up, but like calm. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah. No,
but it's like
it's
Ritalin made me like anxious and weird. And I think I tried it one time. Like, they prescribed it to me in high school and it just didn't.
One time I snorted some alone and started rapping.
That's right.
Yeah. By myself, by the way. I was like fucked up in my house by myself. I was like a teenager, and it was like the M10s or whatever, and I just snorted by myself, smoked a bunch of weed, and then I convinced myself that I could rap, and I was like, I put on an instrumental and like started to record myself rapping.
Where's the recording?
I don't remember any of it. I was just fucking geeked out of my mind.
Dude,
I could do everything.
Oh my God.
You gotta break your sobriety to rap again. I don't care. I'll drug you, bro. I gotta hear you rap. That's crazy. Are you for real?
Yeah, it's absolutely.
I want you to release a rap album. I want this so bad.
I was like, there was a period in like high school, middle school, where I was just snorting Adderall. think I could do whatever. I was like, absolutely, because you just like it's flowing, bro. The words are coming.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing you've ever heard.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and you don't really go to sleep. You pass out for like an hour at 6 a.m. You're like, oh, that was the dumbest thing I've ever said.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That rules.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
God damn.
So
I think you do have a little like low-key like latent rapper energy in you.
Well, you
like suburban.
He dressed like Unc.
Okay. One nice little shirt, dressed like an uncle. Normally I would say it. I got some drip to me.
You got some Unc.
I got some absolute.
You got Unc drip.
Fuck off, buddy. Your big pants, your Simpson socks. Get out of my goddamn. Get out of my truck.
Oh, Kenyon dishes him out, but you poke one back and he goes. Dude, you do. You could, because I've seen the pictures of you in high school. You got a like suburban rapper, like SoundCloud thing. You could tap into that part of you, much in the way that I could go to Bushwick and become that if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You could become that if you wanted to.
It's for sure in there. I hate that you are pointing it out. I very much hate that you are pointing it out because it's almost like a dirty little secret. You're like, I'll take this to my grave. I like almost exclusively listen to hip hop. There is, you know, every now and then there's a little part of you like, I thought of a few lines.
I'm like, oh, you're just like an uncle. You're like, kill
Let's
yourself,
go.
midget.
Best bar you ever wrote.
I can't remember. This was like back forever ago. I don't have bars. Okay.
Damn.
Can we set a Patreon goal
No.
that if we hit it, yeah, where if
Yes.
we reach the goal, you'll rap over an instrumental for 1 minute.
100%.
Yes.
What's the Patreon goal? What's your number?
200.
200 patrons?
Yeah.
Done.
200 patrons in the $5 tier?
Yeah.
200 patrons in the $5 tier. Kenyon will rap. Are you fucking kidding me?
It'll be strictly Patreon exclusive.
Yes.
Me opening another line of credit and making 10 email accounts. Dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Check that out on the 200. That'll be huge.
Yeah.
That'll be huge.
What
I'm holding you to this, by the way.
What made you think that I had latent rapper energy?
The white jeans. There's a photo of you in white jeans that's burned under the back of my eyelids. White jeans and like glass. I think you're wearing glass, like a lids kind of. You know the picture I'm talking about?
I know exactly. I used to frequent lids quite a bit in high school, middle school. Yeah.
It was very like.
Keep the secret.
I used to frequent lids.
I was a big lids guy. I had all that. I had the like little, absolutely, yeah.
Frequent lids is very funny.
I would often peruse the section at the lids establishment.
I think I fancy a Supreme hoodie.
Excuse me, Damien. Do you have any bowlers?
Sir, give me a glass of your finest Mountain Dew while I wait.
Excuse me, Angel, is it? Please, let me know where the fedoras are at lids.
Angel.
Oh my god,
dude, that's
my
so
brother
funny.
already is like kind of a rapper, so I could collab with
Train under him.
He makes like hip hop, yeah.
Whoa, you have a rapper brother?
Yeah.
I like his music though. He is good.
He is
you
good,
you guys should collab, dude, on the Patreon.
Yeah.
He should be featured on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Single.
Absolutely. Tino is jumping on there.
Tino?
Santino's his name, but he goes by like Tino.
Ooh, Tino.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that. I like Tino.
Like sad hip hop beats. It's like that kind of. It's like have you heard of Immortal Technique?
Yeah.
It would for sure be in that genre.
Dance with the devil?
Immortal Technique song about like 9/11 is so funny because he gets so frustrated talking about the conspiracy theory of it all that he kind of like abandons the beat a little bit. He's like, on 9/11 there were 2 planes in Tower 7, blah, blah, blah. Like it goes off. It's so fucking funny,
I
dude.
know exactly the song you're talking about.
Yeah, because me and Prickett, I feel like would like listen to that.
Oh, but before I met you guys, I would listen to a lot of Mortal Technique walking the halls.
There is lore of you that you are sneaky under the radar with.
It's absolutely, yeah.
God damn.
I used to listen to that, like Flip Side. It's almost like, like...
I want you to get caught by one of those man on the street people like, hey, what do you listen to? On Immortal Technique's 9/11 song.
What are you listening to?
Because,
nothing. I'm on a phone call.
You also know, like, a secular, like, some people grow up, like, super Christian. They grow up, like, everything is, like, Christian. I feel like that. But it was, for me, it was, like, militant socialism. Where, like, all the music I listen to is kind of rap about, like, violently overthrowing the system. And, like, now, like, the world's a conspiracy. Like, it's, like, deep underground. It's, like, a YouTube video with, like, 1,000 views. And this guy is what it's about. You know what I mean? And that's, I had a lot of that going on.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I think the single's going to be huge. We are at an hour. Should we wrap up the main ep?
I think we're good to go.
I think we can.
Dude, thank you for coming and doing it.
Oh, hell yeah. What's up?
Adam Gilbert, where can people find you?
Oh, you'll figure it out. Instagram or something.
All right, we'll tag you. Follow Adam. He's the fucking funniest.
Oh,
great comic, great friend. I'm at Maddie T. Wiener on Instagram. I got tour dates coming up. Check that stuff out. Patreon.com/phone is in the bag.
Hey, subscribe if you want to hear me rap.
Yes.
Gonna be huge.
Subscribe that shit.
Bye.